Good morning, everyone. Hi. Do we have Vaishnavi here? Hey, Vaishnavi.
Hello, Praveen.
Welcome to the second day. And for everyone who is here who has missed the first day, in case if you have missed, it will be available as a recording. And I believe Vaishnavi has the link. So she will be sending the recording and everything after the second recording is also released. Okay. So we can have both the things at the same time. So you can follow the first one and then the second one. That way, it will be a reference for you. Over to you, Vaishnavi.
Okay, thank you, Praveen. And welcome back, everyone. So, after an exciting day one, I'm sure we are here for an exciting day two. And today is going to be even more fun. So, I won't take much of your time. Hope you all make the most of this opportunity and take away as many learnings as you can. So, I would like to invite Praveen to begin the session. Over to you, Praveen.
And what happened to the WhatsApp group?
It is there. Don't worry about that. I'll definitely circulate all the recordings and
Get me as
resources
well
that you have
inside.
provided. Yeah, I'll add you.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Super. So this is okay. So today we will be concentrating more on the backend side of things, but initially we will be getting the basic thing working with some templating and stuff like that. So that's how we are gonna go first, and then we'll be going in that way. Any questions from yesterday? So yesterday what we did was we had a quick run through of how JavaScript works, the basics of JavaScript, a few things, then React, how to run React, what are all the different types of React we can use. Using Create React app, you can use Vite, you can use TypeScript, and with Vite, how we are going to use React and JavaScript. This is what we did yesterday. Now, today we will be working with backend and some more templating and stuff like that. This is going to be really helpful. At the end, we will also look at how React is so powerful that it can create it. It already is a static site that can create multiple static sites. This is something like a quick idea we will show. Okay, so this is gonna tell you what is the power of React at the end. So this is something that we will be working on today. I hope everyone is ready for today's one, and let's go ahead for today's show. Okay, cool. So here's what we did yesterday. So yes, we also created this post, and not many people have. Oh, okay. This is not the one actually. If we refresh it, we could see at least 50 people. Anyway, so yeah, so part two today. So we'll be working on today's part two, and then we have this one. So far, we have created this, and let me just make it a small bit smaller. Okay, cool. All right, so we also tried deploying the React application. I think it was, what was the URL that we used? This is not the URL, but so we don't need this one at all after this. So no need of homepage in package when using Vite. So we just pushed it, and then here we would have our GitHub repository. We have something called a CNAME inside the dist folder, and that's the site that we are looking at. Nice. So this is the site. This is the final site, the working site, and the GitHub repository is this one. So we'll be using this one, and here we have got up to this one. So now only if we do the npm run dep, it will deploy again. So now we are in the next stage. Let me put it into the normal version, and then this is the development version, and this is the production version. We also need to see how these two things are actually determined. So let's do another quick thing. So in the app, in the header, we have put something like this, right? So we have a couple of things in Node.js. So we will be using wheat production versus development. There is a particular variable called environmental variable. It's called import.meta.env.mode. So this is the mode that will say whether it is development or production. So if I put this one and save it here and then close this, you could see it as development. So we are going to make this like this, and let's add a small tag, and let's see how it publishes it. Okay, so for this small, we need to do some kind of like a quick styling here, and then there's a way to import SCSS. So we are not going to use the @import. This is not the correct way. The best way now we should be using is interesting. Let's ask Google. This was a bit tricky last time when I tried doing this. So what we need to do is using @use and variables. I think that's the right way. Okay, let's try doing the @use, and then I'm gonna put header, or maybe header, because if you see here, oh, okay, let's try using this. So I'm gonna create a new file called components/bootstrap/header.css, and then this will be components/bootstrap/header, and then here we have obviously .header, and inside that, I don't think this works. Let me try running this. Yep, this does not work. So @use cannot come inside this one. So the way we should be doing this is we were not using include. Does anyone know this? Okay. Yeah, thanks, Shrikant. I used to have this one somewhere. Okay, let's try the same Praveen React app. Great. I have used that import. Seriously. Okay, for now, let's use that import, and that should technically work. Okay, there is a migrator here. Okay, let's see how it works. Then later we will try to figure out how we have to import this. So inside this one, what I wanted to do is this small, right? So small should have font size as 0.75 em. So you could see that it is development. Now what I'm gonna do is added the environment variables. So why we use environment variables is in case if you want to send some secret data or something like that, environment variables will be helpful because you don't want to expose any of your private tokens or passwords in the code. So environmental variables will not be in the code, whereas it will be in the pipelines, in the development pipelines or anything. Was it helpful? So we are going to use environment variables to tell dev or prod mode. Okay, and we also did the styling and all. So let's do git push. We don't want to do git push, so I'm gonna do npm run dep. Always I'll be doing npm run dep because this is gonna be publishing to our this kind of an environment. Now if I refresh this one, it will at least take a couple of minutes. So let's go back to this one and let's go to this, refresh this. So you should have GH pages and it's gonna run for a long time. Okay, another thing that we want to do here is let's start with working on an automated stuff. For example, we need to get more data from other things and stuff like that, right? So let's try a scoped imports. You can use at import. Yep, this works and this doesn't work. This is exactly what we need to do. Oh, this is one way of doing things. Oh, that's it. If we use at use outside the body, what happens is we want it inside the body. So basically it should be body dot header space small. So if you see this one here, okay, let's see if this works. See, it says production here. This is what we were looking for. And this is development environment. And if I try to do something like this one, if I inspect this, let me show you what exactly happens. So you could see that there is body space header space small. Now, if I try going to app.jsx or index.scss and put that import here somewhere like this, do you see that the body is gone? That's exactly what I don't want to use. And if I try doing that use thing, even then it is the same thing. But I want this one inside this. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. So I did do something similar. So let's try with this. Let's try with this one. If this works, like include meta.load CSS or something like this. So we'll see what is the other way. See, scope your CSS imports with meta.load. I think this is the same thing that we did here. So SAS meta is there. Oh, wow. So we need to use this. I don't remember doing this one either. So this is not what I was working with before. But anyway, let's try doing that. And then if we try to do does this really work? So if we try to refresh, I mean, I do see that it works this way, and yeah, seems like it worked. So using meta at load CSS works. Super. So now we got this one done, and then we'll see the next stuff. Next is like we are going to get rid of all these things, and then we will try working with something on. Ooh. For those people who have missed the yesterday's session, you will be getting the recording for yesterday and today in a couple of hours. Okay. All right. Cool. Keep your questions coming in so that it will be helpful for me to also like look at what people are asking and stuff like that. So we'll be following everything. Now we are going to get rid of all these things. So in the app, since we have got all these already done, let me do something like, okay, let's do this. Let me install Prettier and other things. So what we need here is, let's close all these things. I want Prettier by, ooh, Prettier by Prettier. Okay, this is Prettier legacy. Interesting. So we have another Prettier, right? This is the correct Prettier. There's supposed to be another Prettier. So this is the new Prettier, I guess. Yeah. Okay, let's install this one. Trust publisher and install. And then we have something called as ESLint. This helps with, yeah, it's Microsoft's one. So let's use this one. And then we have ES7 React Redux by Deezer. 16.2 million people have installed it. So let's use this one. And then for now, I think this is enough. I do need to work with a lot of Prettier configuration and other things. So basically we can go with that how do I even use the Prettier code? Okay, unfortunately there are like loads of things that I cannot use because it is in my previous mission. At the moment what we can do is we can do format on, and then we can just put format on paste and format on save. So that should work. And also Prettier, but yep, this looks good. Now if I save this, doesn't seem to work really. This is not this is definitely more than 80 characters, right? It's 127 characters. I don't understand why Prettier is not working here. Okay. Format document, I do understand that is the problem. So we will use type this one, and then boom, everything is pretty now. Okay. So this is how the original thing should look like. So we have app.jsx here that's updated, and these things are already in the right form. We just need to update the main.tsx. Yep, that's done. So even the app, it has got a couple of changes. Like for example, if we see all these double quotes are there, etc., etc. So updated with Prettier. Cool, that's done. What next? Yeah, okay. So first thing what we are going to do is we will clear out everything that is here, and then we will be working with new stuff. So in the app.jsx, let's make everything new. Okay, so we have container row and header. This is fine. And let's get rid of everything inside the container row. And let's get rid of these things as well. They should come first. And for dark mode, okay, let's have the dark mode alone here. So let's have this here, but we'll put it in a different way. So if we save it, technically it should work. Yep, everything seems to work. So set dark mode, obviously it will have something. So maybe what we can do here is how did we make it here? So we have a nav which is display flex, and inside the nav we have one span that has got this. What are the options that I have got here? So we have an item. Cool. We just need to add this item. That's it, right? Okay. I'm just gonna put one single ahref or something like that. Right, okay, this is not good. So basically what I wanted to do is, let's put this way. Pretty much it gets completely crazy here. So this will become this way. So what we can do here is, instead of using the justify align center, we can do tick center. Doesn't seem to work. This is frustrating. Anyway, we don't want those items now, so we'll just get rid of it here. We'll just figure out where we want to put the dark mode later. Okay, the first thing that I wanted to do is to connect it with a backend. So any backend is something that has got an API call. So can someone give your okay, before that, let's first create a small form. Okay, so we are inside the row. Let's use a call. Hi, seems working fine. I'm going to use a form thing. I think there is no form, so we'll just use a form, and then there's a form group that I would be using. So let's use a form group. Yep, this is technically, it has to have a label, and let me put it as GitHub ID. Right, okay, that works. So now I should have a couple of things like ID. Again, it's gonna be GitHub ID. I need a value. The value should come from this one. Let's actually use this one, use state snippet. Now GHID, and then if I do, it automatically makes it caps as well. So we will just do it this way. Why? Oh, so let's use GHID here. Okay, that works. Now the thing is, we need some kind of a heading as well. So let's do H2 and then enter your GitHub. I need someone to put your GitHub ID right now. So a couple of people who are ready to be a volunteer here, please put your GitHub ID. So let's do call 8, and then let's do call 12 minus 8 4, and then let's do H2 and let's see preview or something like that. So something like this comes up. Now container row is here. Let's have a class name which says my3, probably 4. Yep, that looks good, a bit good. H2 class name display 4. 1. Oh, okay, we need something else to be done in this case. Do we have any font weight classes by any chance? Nope. Okay, so since we are using main here, we could also put this particular container as maybe GitHub ID container. Like let's do GitHub ID container. Okay, so in our app styles, let's add a new file called app.styles. css, and then in the GitHub ID I'm going to put h2 font size 1.4. Does that work? It doesn't work because I need to include this one. So I need to put this inside the components folder. Move. And then in the index, I would be loading components / app. There you go. That works. So now it is very small. So let's make it as 1.6 em. Cool. So all I need to do is add a display, and then I would be doing this one. Okay. So far, are you all following this? Is there any questions? Anyone? We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. Okay. So we have this one, right? So we just need the display again. So we have the preview here. Okay. So we have a GitHub ID, and then for now we have got this one, and then we can ask this to be submitted. And we just need the classes as btn primary, and maybe btn small. Okay, we need a value. Should I ask like fetch details? Can someone put your LinkedIn ID here in the chat? Sorry, GitHub ID in the chat, please. So at this point of time, I would be having a pre-tag, and then I'm going to put json.stringify. So at this point of time, I would say const, okay, use state snippet, response. And then I would have, for now, I would have, please enter a GitHub ID and press fetch details. Person who is going to give you a first GitHub ID, you will be receiving a goodie here. Response null to, okay. Interesting. JSON.stringify. We have a response. Okay, now what is the problem here? So we have JSON.stringify, response is okay, null, unexpected. There you go. So it's going to say, please enter GitHub ID and press fetch details. Now we have Sohail's GitHub ID. This is what needs to be done. So since we have added the value as GHID on change, so what we can do is we can put set GitHub ID e.target.value, something like this. So if I try to do hello or something like that, yes, it works. So once I press the fetch details, we definitely need something to happen. So const handle fetch details. So if I try to copy this one and paste it here, yeah, this should not actually refresh the page, right? So first thing is either prevent default, and then this should be on submit. So if I try to do the same thing here, so again, I'm just going to copy Sohail's thing, fetch details, nothing happens. And if I try to do window.alert, here when you're using React, you always need to use window, because alert might be local thing as well. So window.alert is always about window.alert. Okay, the ID you have given is GHID. So if we do this way and then press fetch details, it works. Okay, so now the thing that we need to do is we need to call a service. So that's when the services will come. So now we are going to do GitHub service. Now here we're going to do export const get get GitHub user info, which is gonna have a username, and then we need to do a fetch, or probably we can install something called as Axios. Axios is very helpful in case if you want to use Axios dot get. What do we need to get? So we need to get the username. So GitHub, actually it's api.github.com/users/PraveenScience. That works. So basically this is the URL that we should hit. So we are going to use user/username, and then this is the first thing. So now we will be using this particular thing. Interesting. Username is declared. That's my fault. Okay, super. All right. We need to do format document. We need to configure. We need to tell prettier. There you go. Okay. So now we are going to do get GitHub user info, and then we'll be using ghid dot. Then what needs to be done here is you will be getting the data response, right? So you would be setting the response with whatever response that you have got. Simple. So there is also new dependencies that has been optimized as well, which is actually cool. So let's do installed Axios for calling backend. And then we will create a service to call GitHub user API. Okay, this is the service call. And finally, styles are done, and then make a simple call to GitHub. This is what we did. Okay, let's see how this works. Now we do Sohail Khan here, paste, fetch, boom. You got everything related to what Sohail has done. Okay, so now what we will be doing is, so this particular response could be a string or could be an array, right? So what I'm gonna do here, response type of response. Okay, so it is object at this point because we just called this one, but this time it is a string, right? So what I'm gonna do is, if it is a type of string, then I'm just gonna display the string. Okay, so that will be the response here. If not, I need something to display here, so I'm gonna put GitHub user info inside the component.jsx. I'm gonna do RAFCE, and then I'm gonna get rid of this one. Let's go to app. It's all good. So this is the GitHub user info, and here we're gonna get the responses. So instead of using the response directly here, what I would be doing is, let's do this way. So this is the response, right? Response.data. So we'll put data here, and then we know that this one would be first thing. You can only return one single element, so that's why we are doing this. h3.display4. We're gonna do preview GitHub user, and then so the same thing that we should be doing in the SCSS file as well. go to the app. Okay, so now what we will be doing here is we have H3, all good. Right, we'll just display the contents of let's see what is coming here. Okay, so if I try going for Sohail Khan, oh, before that, so if this is the case, then we do this. If not, we are gonna do GitHub user info, which is the component, and then I'm gonna get all the response.data. Okay, so for now it says please enter GitHub ID and fetch, press the fetch. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it here, fetch details. Boom, it goes to the GitHub user here. So GitHub user is here. So we got this one, and then it is just showing all the data. So data has got login, ID, gravatar ID, avatar URL, etc. etc. So what we can start with is we can have a figure, an image, and the fig caption for now. Okay, so this is always available. So we can have the avatar URL. So const data. So we need avatar URL. So image src is going to be avatar URL. Then we have login here. That actually works fine. So we are going to use alt as login. So there is also another thing that is there. So we also have name here. Okay, so we can also have name. So if name, if it is name, then do name, or else if you do login, use login. And then that's the same thing I'm going to give here as well. These are some shortcuts that you can use in React. Oh wow, look at there, that's done. So if we go to Bootstrap for media, we have 4.1, we have 4. Whichever it is, 4.6 I believe we have. Yeah, we have 4.6. Do we have media here? Media object, or we can have image. This image thumbnail. So we need to use the class image thumbnail. So let's use class name img thumbnail, and then that actually looks good. So we have figure caption, and we can have text center so that it looks nice, and then fig caption, probably fig caption. What we can do is in the app.js we can have fig caption as m5 and say that looks kind of better, right? Super. So let me try mine. Boom, that works. So basically this is how we format document, configure, let's use prettier. Boom, there you go. Okay, display made app to display data from GitHub API. Okay, not just this, we can also do a lot of things. For example, you have name, company, and also a blog site, website, something like that. So what we can do is we can give a paragraph which says you can connect with the same name, question mark login. Here, actually there should be a LinkedIn ID as well. I'm pretty sure there was a LinkedIn ID. because if I go to github.com/PraveenScience, so there is in/PraveenTech, right? Why can't we give this one? And then we have all these socials as well. Interesting. We have this rate limiting and other things as well. This is good. So we have a rate limit of 60. We have we already use 4 out of it. So the reset time will be this one. So what is the new date? 11/8. What? Oh, 11/36. I don't understand. So it resets at, oh, okay. Yeah, it's 1 hour. So in 1 hour, we have 60 requests that can be done. This is very small. I understand why, because we are not logged in. So if we are logged in, we will be getting more rates. So this is just the GitHub API. So we understand, right? GitHub API has got limits, but what if we are using our own API? We don't have any limits. So we'll be creating our own API, but this is the basic stuff. Okay. So we type in this one, we put this, and what about if we put something else? Hello 123. I'm pretty sure. Oh, there is a person. Hello 1233. There is also another person. Hello 123 underscore hi. That's definitely not. So we have a failed with 404, but we are not actually doing anything in this case. Okay, so what we should be doing here is we go back to our this one. So we have done this, right? So if what we need to do in the catch. So I know this catch will go only if you're not ready. So we'll just do a set response. The given is invalid. We can just put this way. So if I do this, the given GitHub user ID is invalid. So we can use a code here. We can do this way. Okay. Let's see if this actually works. Doesn't work. Just uses a response. That should work. And we are setting the response as this. Oh, wow. Okay, I understand what we did. We should not do that way. Type of response is string. Right, okay. Okay, in simple terms, we can try using response.data object. There you go. The given GitHub user ID is invalid, and we can also do all these kind of things like class name, bg light, border, rounded. Good, works. Let's try this. Yes, we can also do PO. There you go. All right. So the next thing, if I try using PraveenScience, boom, I just need to see what is the rate limit used. Okay, we still have 48. Cool, works. Thank you. Now the resetting part is what is scary for me. So let's wait for the time, that is 11:36. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now we know what all things that we can do, and we can take some of the companies and other things, and location, we can try doing location. So GitHub user info, and then we can get rid of this guy. You can connect with Praveen at location. This location should come from this one. Does this work? Yeah. Maybe you can put a strong here. Maybe we can put another strong here. Right? So this is a basic thing. If we have the blog, so come on blog. Now this is a conditional query. So if blog is there, then we also need a bio. Let's add a bio. And then we can also do bio Microsoft MVP, and that's something. Praveen Kumar Purushothaman. Actually, I think the strong can go for the bio instead. Why? The same way we can get rid of this one too. Okay, writes here. Right here, if we open that, it goes to my website. Okay, so something like this works, and we can get rid of all the other things from this. Oh, right, super. So now we have got these things added, and if we try to go back to app.js and get rid of all these responses and stuff like that, now you have a perfectly working application at this point. So if we try putting Sohail's GitHub ID, you can connect Sohail at this. So this is again, we need something to work with. I think there is nothing else that we can do at this point here with Sohail's one, because location, if this location is also not there, Sohail, you might want to update everything here. So look at this one, preview GitHub user. And if I try to do PraveenScience, I get more details here like this. Anyone else want to put your GitHub ID here? Someone else, can you put your GitHub ID, please? Let's try it out. Anyone? So Sohail will be receiving a small goodie bag. Anyone else wanna put a GitHub ID, please? Vaishnavi, are you still there? At least, do you wanna put your GitHub ID? Why is no one responding? How many of you are awake? Okay, we tried Pranav code. So, Sarah Don't use the word sir. Pranav, there is nothing about your bio or location or blog as well. So you have to also put your more information. Anyone else who have got everything completed? You have got just your name completed, which is great. Thank you. Vaishnavi, would you like to put your username, GitHub username? Just your profile username. We'll try putting MDO. Boom. And one thing we should do is there should be rel no opener. Okay. Let's try Vaishnavi's. Boom. Vaishnavi is exploring. This is nice. Exploring new things and are here and upload some my sites as well. Stay in touch. Yes, super. Okay, so one thing is like rel a react. No. Okay, so basically we have to do this one, no opener and no referrer, and we also have to have target blank. Boom, that's done. So if we go back here, let's try putting Praveen. Oh, some Praveen, useless guy. Okay, so clicking on it, it goes to a new page. The same way, if I try to do MDO, his Mark Auto goes fine. So this is a basic way of how you can fetch data from different location. And I think this GitHub user is kind of like not the right one. So let's hide it at this point. Yeah, so preview, it works fine. So if I put hello, this is hell. The given ID is not right. User ID is invalid. So this should not actually happen. So when the response is smaller, it should not be there, which means there should be a disabled functionality which says GHID. Do we have a as a, okay, there is one thing, GHID dot trim dot length 0, then it should be disabled, which means if you remove this, it is again conditional thing. So conditionally you are like disabling it. So if I put something else, it works. If I put a also, okay, it's gonna be the same way. So let's do PraveenScience. There you go, we are here. Now we need to check our network thing, and I'm sure the number of times that we have used is 29. So we have just 31 write limits, and it resets only at this point. Crazy. Okay, cool. So we have got something to do with this. So GitHub profile reviewer done. So this is a full stack application, but it is just only front end, and it uses a third party API called GitHub API. So any questions so far? How many of you learned something new in this case? How many of you have learned something totally new? And was it clear? So now we are going to do deploy. So npm run dep. And we don't have any errors as well in case of the CSS thing. We can try doing this way. Oh, JSX. Okay, got it. Now if we go back to this one, and go to the code, go to GH pages. This is pending. Cool, I can give a few seconds for any questions. So we are just halfway through. So any questions, happy to answer. Any questions? Anything? Shall we go to backend? I need at least 5 people to answer this. Sohail says, I learned how to debug when you stuck while development. That's a great answer, man. Awesome. So I could see only Sohail and Vaishnavi are Vaishnavi and Sohail. 3 people are online. Sohail, I want to give you some kind of a gift. Do you think having your own portfolio on your own website works? Would you be happy with it? Send me a quick message on LinkedIn. I'll be sending you a complete domain name, hosting, an amazing profile for you as well. A great design. Send me your CV as well. I'll try to refer you in other places too. Awesome. So now if we go here and refresh this one, boom, we are in the production. And if we try to do PraveenScience and press enter, boom, we've got this in the production as well. Check it out. Tell me if everything works here. And one more thing that we want to do is like, look at this. This says like SIT's React app and stuff like that. What happened to our correct way of writing things? Where is the title? Title itself is like this. SIT React workshop. And then we can also do the favicon in a much better way. For example, there is this site called as favicon, flaticon.com. And then we have got so many things. So we can do GitHub. Boom, we've got loads. Let's use this one. This looks really cool. Or we can use this one. This looks really good. Let's try this one. Why am I not able to select it? Is this SVG? It's a PNG file. Okay, let's use this one. Let me try to change this icon into it .svg and save it. Boom. So we have got this one. So git ACM updated favicon. Now what we can do is npm run tip. I'm gonna try with Rutuja's ID. So this is her ID. Let's see. Fetch details. Boom. Doesn't have anything. Yeah, Rutuja, you need to add something, right? So if we try to use github.com/, you could see that this is my name. This is my login information. This is the company I work for. This is my location. This is my time zone. This is my website. This is my Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and other links that I'm happy to tell. That's one thing. And then that's how people will sponsor you. See, people are sponsoring me for what I have been doing in the thing. So today's homework for everyone is go ahead, complete your profile. So how do you complete your profile? You go to github.com and then you press this button and then click this one, profile, and now click on settings. And then here is your public profile. So what email address you want to display? You can say you don't want to even display any email address. This is your bio. This is my pronouns. This is my URL. These are my social accounts. Here's my company that I work for, and display the local current time in London. So something like this. And what is the location as well. So this way it shows all these things. And if we go here to my account, my personal profile, it shows this. This is my local time, and here the time is also here, which is great, right? So yeah, that way people will know, should I disturb this guy or not, something like that. All right, super. So let's go back to this one. Any questions in the meantime? Questions? Anything? Okay, let's go ahead with the backend side of things. Right. So for backend, what we will be using is, let's close all these things. right? So we are not going to use this at all at this point. So we are going to split this one. So we have these three things, or we can just put this one here. Okay, so for the back end, I'm going to use another totally different one. So let me create another file here called server.js. Okay, and for this one, I need npm install express. Then what else do we need? We need Morgan, we need NodeMon, we need course. Okay, so there are like 4 different things that we will be requiring. So we'll use all these things. Awesome. Now the first step that we want is create, import the server, create a new server, set a port for the server, create a default route for the server, listen the server. Basically, switch on the server. Okay, that's what we are going to do. Any questions so far? So this is actually the MERN stack. We are using Express, yes. So first we are going to import the Express. So const Express equal to require Express. Okay. Then we are going to create a new server. So const app equal to new Express. Is it new Express or just Express? I don't remember now. And then we need to set up a port. Let's use 5000. Yep. Then we need a default route, app dot get slash, this will be request comma response, and then we're going to say for response.json, welcome to my API server, and then listen the server, app.listen. So this will be port, and then let's run a console.log that says server started in port. Okay. Now what we need to do is we go back to package.json, and then let's create something called as server. So here we will do NodeMon server. Why NodeMon? It is going to take care of any changes. It will restart the server. So npm run server. Crashed so soon. What did I mess up? Oh, require is not right. Is this the one? Right. Okay. Import. Server is necessary or not? It is actually a backend, a full stack development. So definitely we need a server. So if I do this in 5000, so if I go back to our this one and then I put boom 403, really clean exit, app is listening. I think I messed up something. Res.json is okay. No. Server started and server exited immediately. App.listen port. Crazy. I don't understand why. Okay, let's do this way. Const express. Oh, wait. Yeah. And what we will do is we'll just do npx nodemon server. Again it says ESM. Right, okay, fine, if that is the thing. Okay, let's see. Let's do this way. I know one way of doing things. We can do CJS. No, something is wrong. App.listen port app.get const express equal to require express const app equal to express const port 5000 app.get req comma res listen. No, this should not work this way. This is gone now. Let's try to do something else. If I do 3000, okay, it is not connecting. Now it works. I don't understand why. Maybe 5000 port is not right. Okay, what's running in port 5000 Mac? Oh, interesting. All right, so that's the problem. So let's get rid of the CJS as, okay, we did learn something new, which is great. And then we are gonna do import express from express. Now we are in, since we are using this one, it is 5173, so we will use 5174. Okay, so now if we do npm run server, that works. So if I do localhost 5174, boom, there it is. Okay, let's see, let's refresh this page. Yeah, this works as well. Okay, cool. So now you have got all these things working perfectly fine. What we will be doing here is, let's try to create a root. So what we will do here is, we need another folder for server. So server/routes.js, and then we'll put the server inside this one, move, and now it crashes, I know. So let's close this. Let's go to package.json, nodemon server/server. Okay, run this again, works fine. Now in the roots, let's do, so the first thing is the API roots, right? So the first thing is import router. Okay, so const app in this case, so const express. So let's do the same first thing. Okay, so we will be going to the server and create a new route here. That's the only difference. Create a new route. dot router. Okay, now here define some routes. I will be doing the meeting recording for sure. Yes. Okay, so now what we will be doing is we need some user data. Let's start with something like that. Let's do a list of users and let's show a list of users or something like that. Okay. So this will be in the API. So import the routes, and what we will do is, oh, by the way, whatever is happening here, we can't see it here, right? So start debugging. Import Morgan from Morgan, yes, and then app.use Morgan dev. Now import the routes. Import routes from routes. Now the problem is we need to export this. For all the slash API has to use routes. Okay, thank you. Routes crashed. Now app.get slash should actually do req comma res, that's the JSON. Here in the APIs. Module not found. What module is not found? Oh, there you go. Now what is the problem? Seriously? I think it should take automatically .js. Anyway, who cares? All right, so if we do this slash API, you're in the APIs, okay? And now we can also create another route called users.js. Same thing. Users. Now if I go here and then do app import other routes, so import users from users and app.use slash users comma users. This will crash. I don't understand why, but anyway, right. So slash users, it says you are in the users. So now here we can create a list of users. Const users equal to an array basically. So if you are in the thing, this is the get method, right? So it's gonna give all the users basically. So if I refresh this page, there are currently no users at this point. So we will be only getting just basically this one. That's it. Okay, now let's see what all things that we have changed. So we have installed a lot of things. I think we can add everything. Cool. That worked. Okay, questions. Do we have any questions at this point? What we can do at this point is let's try to see how many users are there. Okay, so this one is a different route, right? So we will be using something called as React router. npm install. So let's go ahead and do React router thing. So if we go to this thing code, first we will see what is the version of React router we have used. It is 6. Six point 3.0. Okay, installed React router. Okay, the next thing that we are going to do here is let's get rid of the backend now. We are going to do the front end. The way you will be using routing in React is you go to the main file, the index file, and then here we start with a browser router. So we'll go to the main.js here, version 000. Why? What's up? Okay, so we are gonna get this browser router from React router DOM, and then we are gonna use browser router inside the app. Now, once we do this in the main page, wherever the components is, and we have the app here, we have roots here, and we have all the links and other things as well. So now is when we are going to use the links and other stuff. So let's go back to our main file where we have components app.jsx. So at this point of time, we can also fix the dark mode thing. So we can get all these things updated. So since we are inside the browser router, this will be available in the best way possible. So we are going to get rid of this justify center, and then we're going to do items. That is going to have a list of items. So if we see here, I'll create like a new links header, links, and this should technically give us a list of links. Okay, fine. This can be an array. Okay, now this is supposed to be link from the React router DOM, or we can also use nav link. Nav link is actually better because it will be able to show the current class name as well. And are we using link or nav link? It is link, and class name nav link, and so that's exactly how the profile link looks like, something like that. So we'll just use this one here. So link 2 should be the GitHub users. Then we can have another one which is users GitHub user info, something like this. Now we are going to put header links. That should technically work. Okay, now if we go and check here, this is the development part. Oh, we forgot to do npm run dev because we installed this That should work. Nope, didn't. Link is not defined. Oh, thank you. That worked. So we have GitHub users and then users. So that works. And then we can have also a home. So for this GitHub users thing, whatever we have got here so far is the GitHub users thing. So we can throw all these things inside the GitHub users. Oh. So whatever we did here with respect to these handling forms and other things, those will also be related to that. So let's go ahead, add them here. And then if we do this one, this should come here. Use state should come here. I think that should work. Let's go back to our this one, get rid of all these things. Okay, let's save it. All right, now it should work. So nothing has come here, obviously, because nothing is here. And what we will be using here is a route. So for the routes, we'll be using routes and route. So we'll start with a route. This is a single route. So we need multiple routes. And inside that, the first route will be the home page. So we have a path that is slash, and then we'll say home. The same way, if we have three more things, like for example, we have, okay, let's go back to our header links. We have these two guys. GitHub users. So we save this, and if we go back to this one, nothing seems to display. Okay, so let's go back to the see how it has been displayed. So we have an element, or we can have the content as well. So there are two ways you can do it. So we'll be using element here and not a container like this. Okay, let's see now. So now if we refresh it, okay, for some reason this doesn't work. The reason it doesn't work is it actually matches everything. But still it has to be set as index. But why? That's interesting again. So let's see what does the index element do. Root path slash and then this. That's it, right? And then this. That should technically work. And if it is anything else other than this, it should say error 404. And if we can try this using the header links. So even the home, oh, we are supposed to go to home. I was just thinking what exactly is happening here. Okay, home, yeah. So we got everything perfectly done here. I forgot to add this one as wrong. Okay, that was my mistake. Okay, so here is a 404 page which gets triggered anytime whenever anyone is using that one. So this is related to the different versions of what all things that we do inside a error handling and other things. So here, if we go for the 404 one in the route, what we can do is we can actually get a new page. So I'm just going to put pages slash home.jsx. So this one, we can put something like this. Okay, let's go back to our GitHub user info. So this is GitHub users, right? So GitHub user info is like the small thing. So this is a partial. So if we go back to the GitHub users as the page, this should go into the pages. Oh, yes. And then this could actually become a subcomponent. So let's put it here itself. Move. Yes. So that works. This should work. I'm just going to put, let's go to the GitHub user info. Let's have container. There you go. That's the home page. So if we say, welcome to the React app. So we can see this one. So if we go to GitHub users, really? Oh, okay, yeah. Instead of GitHub users, what we can do is we can put this as GitHub users as the pages. So you get the same page here. Then we have all these same styles as well. There is this users. So that's where we should be starting with the users page. We have header links here, which can be great. Okay, that works. So let's create a new file, users.jsx, and then array of CE. So for this one to work as expected, let's go back to our home.jsx. Let's copy the whole container row thing, and then let's go to this one, add this guy here, and get rid of this one. Okay, so this one is local backend users. So that's what we are going to put. So if we are going here, users, okay, users needs to be updated. So here, let's try user, yeah, users. So this is local backend users. This is the home page, GitHub page, 404. Yeah, error 404. We can also try using an error 404 page, 404.jsx, and then again the same thing, right? You cannot have any variable name starting with a number, so that's the reason you can't have that as 404. Error 404. Let's use text center. This could be called 12, and let's go back to this guy, and we can also do something like, oh, not this one, E404. There you go. And we can have like an image, and then we need something that is transparent as well. So color transparent. So these are all really nice designs, but we need something that can be put inside here. That seems to work. Oh, can't download remote image. Got it. Thank you. No problem. Copy image. Thank you. And that's done. So this is for the 404 page. So you know that you can go anywhere, what I get. And this should technically work. Still works, all good. Then if we go here, this is where we will be writing our new code. So for now, what we will do is created routing for front end and separated all files. Now we will be doing deployment. So for how it was it like understandable, easy? Any questions? Easy, thank you. So let's concentrate only on one thing. So we are going to concentrate only on the users front end and users backend. Okay, so every single user will have a set of things. So for example, let's have user ID, maybe. Okay, ID science, name. What else can we have? Avatar we will just get. Okay, for now we will have it. Like, how do we even get it from this? Oh, interesting. This is nice. Okay, so got it. Let's do this way. That works. Okay, so for now we will just have these three things, and yeah, so let's add one more. How many other people want to add yours? So I'm just gonna try finding out other people's URLs. Just done. So Hills. Okay, so we can have the same thing here. Okay, so now we have got these things, right? So to access this, we can also try using this one. So okay, go back. Let's go back to this one, this one, this one. Wait, what's happening here? Oh wow, we've got all these things now. Good, super. So if we try to do this, we get all these three things, right? So we need to do something about that. So let's go to the local backend users, and now when this page loads, we need to do something while the page loads, right? So we have something called as use effect. Okay, we need use effect and use state as well. Okay, so for use state, what we need to do is all users, and then that will be nothing. Okay, or we can have null. The reason why I have got this is, I'll tell you why we have got this. At this point of time, we can have alert info, but before that, if all users is null, then do this, else just put not null. Now here, so users are loading at this point. Okay, we can get rid of this one as well. Users loading, so we can also make it as center when this should go away. So we'll use effect. Now the first thing is the return function will not have anything at this point. There's nothing to be worried here. So we should run a service. So we have a lot of services already here, right? So we have GitHub, we have users.js. So now we'll do the import Axios from Axios, and then export const get all users. So we will do axios.get. Now comes the problem. We need this one. Okay, wait. Wheat development server. So we have a server option here. We just need to do this. So we will be going to wheat config and then server course origin I'm not sure whether this will work, so we need to try using API/users, and we will be able to see that this API/users has been called. So what we will be doing here is refresh this page. We need to restart the server. I know it automatically restarted it, but just for our, now if I try to do a fetch/API/users, do you see that this is 5173? And now I'm going to use run this one, and it should touch the 5174. It is a promise The response is not this one. I think this is not the right thing. No, this is not the way we have to do. Wheat config proxy backend. This is host. Allowed hosts. Proxy. See, this is how we should do. So we should use proxy. Let's have the cores as well. And let's use proxy. I think this should work. Let's see the same thing. Clear all these things, console. Nope. Using fetch API slash users. Slash API should go to this one, right? This should work actually. Did we save this? We saved it. No, this doesn't work. Doesn't seem to work. Interesting. Should be server proxy. Did we do the same thing with config? Plugin space server. Oh, server proxy. Sorry about that. I was just thinking something was wrong. Okay, there you go. Done. Slash API slash API slash users. Okay, got it. Slash API. Go. Gone. All good. Something is wrong. Connection refused. Run it. Something's definitely wrong. Let's go to the main screen. Let's go to the users page now. And get all users is not a function. Nice, thank you. Why? You go to the users page. Get all users. Supposed to be a function. Okay. Why do we have such small simple? There you go. Not null. So if it is not null, what do we need to show here? So what is there inside this? We have, we'll use a pre, the same thing as bg light, p1, border around it. And if it is not null, we can try using all users. Okay, json.stringify all users users. There you go. I think we have got everything. So all users has got the data. So if I refresh this page, okay. If I refresh this page, it just shows within few seconds that this particular thing is coming here. So what we need to do is we need to give some pause. So await new promise. Let's wait for 2000 seconds now, right? Why? Async function. Okay. Okay. So if we do this way, if we refresh this page, see, users are loading. It takes 2 seconds for the users to come in. So this will take at least 2 seconds for this to load. Okay, got it? So this is just to show you how the default thing works, and we can actually get rid of this as well. What I can do is I'll just put 500. So if we refresh this page, it shows like for a half a second, it shows what is happening. So now what we have done is add some dummy users and a delay. Now integrate backend inside wait. Display the contents of users through our local backend. Questions. So we have successfully completed both front end and back end. Yeah, Rutuja, I think I messed up something and I have fixed it as well. So hope this is clear. So we have like a couple of seconds delay, and then once we get this thing, we know that this all users have got this data. So what we will be doing here is, in this case, all users dot data dot map. So first we'll just do it as a map function. To get all these things, it should work this way. Or pretty much we'll just do all users dot data dot map. We can have user, and then instead of this one we can have let's do the UL first, and then let's have an li. So the key will be user dot id. Let's have user dot name, and let's have a small user dot id. If I save this way, you could see that these things are coming up. Okay, so now the thing is, we also have the avatar, which we can make use of it, but let's try the media one. So bootstrap media 4.6. Okay, so we have the media object here. So this is the media object. So this is what we will be using. So here it's going to be like normal div class media. That's it. Okay, we don't need that UL, and I know we don't need this one either. Okay, nope, this is needed. Okay, this should work. And now here, instead of li key, what I should be doing here is all these class should become class name, and then the key should be there. And we have the imgsrc. User dot avatar, and we also need to have this to be the border and other things. So we'll use user dot id here. So we have user dot name, and we have user dot id for now. Get rid of these three things because they are not supposed to be there, and put a slash here. Boom. Oh, that's huge. Yeah, I don't understand. This should work perfectly, right? Sorry. So if we try to refresh again, boom, we got these things. So far it is good, but the thing is, why is this user avatar not in the right form? Okay, let's give the classes. Border p1, p-1, rounded, looks good. We also need to have a height of 75. It's big. 64. But okay. mx my 50. There you go. That works. Local backend users. And then we can have like display for, I know, h5. That works. This comes from the local backend users. Super. So now we just need to do empty2 or something like that. Is it even working? Doesn't work. Yep. Okay, thanks. So what we will do is, because this is my0, mb0, mt1, that looks nice, right? Yep. I still don't understand how it is good, but it's to 64. It's done. Thank you. So this is a basic implementation of how you can make something really nice using React. And you have all these backend users and stuff like that loading with the delay. And yeah, let's do npm rundup. Everything should work perfectly fine. And now if I try to go to the real one, like this one, on the users, it will just stop in users loading, but this will work. And we have got everything working perfectly fine. Okay, cool. So where's Vaishnavi? You're going to tell the reason later. So hell, would you like to tell what did I miss? I totally forgot about like what exactly it was. Vaishnavi, are you still here? Come over. You have to take over now. Not null. Huh. The reason why I used not null is like it was just a placeholder, but we should actually look at how the data is working here. Ah, Vaishnavi is not more, no more host. Okay. There you go, Vaishnavi. Come on. Join us. So basically we did a lot of things from yesterday till today. So we just need to, so once the WhatsApp group is created, you can ask me the questions. You will have all these recordings for your reference. So you can actually go through this, try getting the same thing up and running. So you would be good with React routers, basics of JavaScript, hosting, deployment, backend, connecting the backend to frontend. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you have got. So here's the same yesterday's thing. Thank you, Ruja, but don't use sir. Over to you, Vaishnavi.
Thank you, Praveen. I will say it was an amazing day too. And with your experience and clarity in explaining things, we really enjoyed the session. And we especially love your energy and enthusiasm throughout both the days. And thank you all the participant as well for joining in for both days and staying active in the chats as well. So yeah, I'll just say let's definitely stay connected and we'll definitely love to learn more from you in the future as well.
Absolutely. And I'm going to set up the certificate generated thing. Oh, I said I will be showing something special, right? So let me show that
Yes.
thing. Yeah. So now I remember that. How amazing React.js is and how you can make use of like what you can do with React. That's the thing. Okay. So I need 2 volunteers for this, by the way. Uh, any volunteer who wants a website as well, that could work. And also this one. Yes. Okay, super. Just give me 1 second. Cool. Okay, so the first one is let's create your own personal website. So who wants to be the person who wants this? Not the portfolio thing. Okay, Sohel Khan. Okay, Sohel, answer me a couple of questions from this one. Okay, so the first question, obviously, you can see all these things. So Sohel, right? Okay, so all right, URL. Let's do sohelkhan.com, something like this, and we need your picture. So we'll just put a random Sohel Khan's picture. Okay. I'm pretty sure this guy is an actor. Okay, let's do this. Image size. So who are you, Sohail? You can use your GitHub avatar. Okay, got it. Let me try that. Okay, that works. Let's use this. Okay, so who are you? Full stack developer. SIT. Okay. And then let's say you don't, what all things that you have got. Obviously, I know that you have a GitHub account. Let's put Sohail as your Facebook, Twitter. I'll just copy and paste all these things same way. Okay. YouTube also this one, and then blog. Let's use sohailcon.com. Blog. Stack Overflow also. So do you like dark mode or light mode? And let's use a dark switch as well. Light mode. Okay, super. Now we got this one, right? If we go here, it's all written in React, but now I'm just gonna go to jsben.com. Okay. There you go. That's it. That's your website within like 10 seconds with dark mode, light mode switch. What do you think? And to host this, what we can do is we just copy this whole thing. Just go to GitHub again. I'm just going to quickly create a new web, not an issue. Create a new repo. Sohail website. Shut up something. And I'm going to make it private as well. And then create a new file, index.html, paste it, commit, Sohail's website. And if I go to our dashboard, workers and pages, yes. Create an application, GitHub, PraveenScience, Sohail website, Sohail website. Nope, not this one, not this one, not this one. This is not what we are looking for. Workers and pages. Add a pages. Something. That's it. Done. It's all good. Finished. Khatam. Deploy the site. Continue the project. Yeah, let it continue. I'm sure that this will definitely work. So let's do sohail.jig.when. Continue. Activate the domain. So we did this right. Let it work. In the meantime, I'm going to show you something else as well. So here you go. So this one is a certificate generator thing. So let's say it's SIT workshop. Obviously it will be like I need to update on these things. So what we are going to do is this is going to be SIT Praveen, something like this, and this is my thumbnail image and other things. And then let's also have the same image here in the banner. Or this one. Now I just added these things, right? So in case if you want a preview of this one, I know why. Okay, and then Sandra favicon, it also works this way. Yes, these two things are Sandra, and then WhatsApp. That's fine. So the client code, we have all the client code, we have the server code, we have a preview code. Boom! Look at this one. You can either claim the certificate or verify the certificate. And this is an error 404 page. Because I'm in the UK, you would see these things. Sorry about that. Claim success page. So this is your certificate that you have got it successfully. And then finally, validation is successful page. This is also valid and stuff like that. So this is what we are going to do. And this whole application was created using React. And all you need to do is I just need to download all these files and then everything is up and running. So that's the power of React. Now we have already done this. This is active as well. We have to do something for Rutuja as well. Rutuja said like, I want mine too. So Rutuja, shall we do yours very quickly within 30 seconds? Yes. Rutuja, are you still here? Super. Rutuja, and then let's go back to Rutuja. Quickly send me your GitHub account. I think I can get it from this one, right? Okay, let's go for this. In the meantime, we'll also do one more thing. So create a new repository. Make it private, create the repository, and then create a new file, index.html, and very quick and nice, right? Awesome. Let's copy this link. Let's add this one. Full stack developer at SCT University. That works for you? Yeah, Rutuja? And you want dark mode or light mode? Tell me. Dark or light? Dark. Let's use the dark mode. Let's see how this has come. And this is how it looks like. Nice. Light mode, dark mode. And what we will be doing here is, this is Sohel's one, right? Let's paste it here. Commit changes. Create a Rutuja's. Website. Commit the changes. Go back to this one. Create a new pages. Import. Rutuja's new portfolio. Next. All good. Save and deploy. How long did it take? And it's completely free as well. Now let it go. Continue the project. Continue. And custom domains. Set up a custom domain. rutuja.jit.when. Continue. Activate the domain. Let's copy this whole thing. Just take some time. Do you think it is done? Do you think it is done? Should we open it? Should we open it? Should we open it? Should we open it? Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. There you go. Here you go. Enjoy. So, Vaishnavi, come back. So we have also created two people's personal portfolio within 30 seconds. This is not just a personal portfolio, it's just a small landing page which you can actually give it to people so that they can. It's just like the link tree thing. Oh, by the way, I have another amazing cool thing for link tree. Vaishnavi, don't go away. So the amazing cool link tree is Sam's. It is sam.space. So this is my friend's website. I hope this works fine. So about okay, this is fine. This is IMGUR. But okay, after this, if we do the slash links, let me fix this part. Where is the proxy URL? If I go back to my this one. Okay, let's go here. The proxy URL is somewhere here. Okay, there you go. Okay, so if I add the proxy here, ta-da! Okay, so this is the link tree for this person. How does this look like? On your mobile, it looks like this. On the desktop and iPad, it looks like this. On a big screen, it looks like this. Just a cool shout out for Sam. Hi, Sam. Okay, so that's something that I did, which you can also have. And okay, enjoy Rutuja and others. So there you go. Add me to the WhatsApp. I'll send these two links as well so that they will also be able to be, I mean, like they can update it. So Rutuja and Sohel, message me on LinkedIn. I'll update the contents of the website so that all your things are good. So people who want to switch on your videos, go ahead. Let's take one more. I mean, like if we want, we can take one more screenshot. But at the same time, Rutuja, do you wanna tell your feedback or something like that? Switch on your audio, like unmute yourself and talk.
It was great experience, sir. First of all, मुझे लगा कि it's going so hard for me, but at the end मुझे लगा it's so easy and
And don't worry,
thank you so much.
all these things are recorded and will be made available for you all. So in
Yes,
case if it is going fast or hard as well, you can just go through the recording and then ask me anytime. I'm always available in that WhatsApp group. I'm not sure when it is gonna be Vaishnavi. So
I'll share it with you.
right. Okay, cool. Yeah,
once again, thank you so much, sir.
sir, I'm a small kid.
Oh,
Sir.
sorry.
Okay, ma'am. Everyone, please call Rutuja as ma'am.
Noted.
Super. So, thanks a lot. Not sure how many people are awake right now. Whoever is awake, just give a small comment on the chat and then enjoy your Sunday. It's already end of the day. So, thank you so much for coming in, making this event good. So, here's the final link again for the LinkedIn post. Please make it 100 likes now. Do something.
Yeah, I'll get it done soon enough.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for spending the time with me. And anytime, feel free to message me, call me, talk to me. Happy to do that.
Definitely. I will say it was really impressive that you taught them how to create their own portfolio website within 30 seconds. I will just say it's that easy, guys. And I hope you learned something new today. And we'll definitely make sure we'll arrange some more sessions like this and we'll make it as interactive as possible. Thank you very much, Praveen, for spending your Sunday with us today. And thank you, everyone, for being here today.
So, can we all ask Vaishnavi for all the part 3 and part 4? Part 3 is my UK life, and part 4 is this 30 seconds of AI plus HBS workshop.
Yes.
Sir, what's
We're
up,
good.
sir? Vaishnavi sir has to say something.
I'll just get more details from Amin and I'll add you in that WhatsApp group as well.
Amazing. Is Amin here?
He had some work related stuff,
He
so
missed
he's
the
not
audience.
here today. He missed all the school stuff, so his loss.
Yep. Cool. Okay. Thanks a lot for making this day amazing, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Praveen. Thanks again.
Okay, let's make one picture with Rutuja.
Okay, guys, come
Hey,
live on camera. Let's
yeah,
get a
come on in
picture.
camera, whoever wants to come in, and then we can make a small picture. Take some.
Okay, Pratik is here, Sohel is here.
Super. Thank you so much. Oh wow, nice, cool.
I guess this is your go-to move, no? It looks pretty cool.
For me, it's like the rocking thing, and it's easier. There's
Okay,
also Spock.
like this.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. This is Spock. Yeah, it is tough, but yeah, I mean, like, yeah, don't do this thing. It's easier like this way. Hey. Nice. Let's do this. Awesome. Cool. Okay. Tag me on LinkedIn. Take some screenshots. Tag me on LinkedIn. Um, every LinkedIn post will be reposted, and soon let's get your certificates as well. Actually, there is something really cool happening with the certificates part. I'm not sure if Vaishnavi, you know about this. Do you know about this by any chance?
I'm not sure, but
You're not
maybe.
sure. Maybe. Okay. Okay. This is how your certificates look like. Cool. Awesome. So that's actually not how your certificates looks like, but it will be the left side banner. Sorry for making you a wrong information, but the
Certificates
certificate will
are
look
different. This is,
less.
yeah,
It's less attractive. Yeah, so cool. Let's do that. And soon I will release this one as well. And then looking forward for everyone to message me on LinkedIn, connect with me on LinkedIn, and let's do something amazing. Okay, I'll
definitely.
send you the links for the recording as well by the end of day. Once I'll share it in the WhatsApp group once I'm added to the WhatsApp group. Okay, part one, part two, both the recordings will be added. Ta-da, see you.
Okay, bye
Have a nice day.
everyone. Thank you for
Bye.
joining.
Yes.